Hey, 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 it's 107.5 WBLS. We are here live, living, and in color with Mo to the E to the J to the B to the Brandy, Moesha, baby mama,
Yes.
Brianna Norwood is in the building. Hey, Brandy.
How you doing? Not my middle name. I love
Everything.
it.
Everything. Congratulations on baby mama.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So
Now, you are really a baby mama of about 8 because you got Brandy that's 25 this year. Never say never, 22.
Yes.
Full Moon is 18. Aphrodisiac is 16. Human is 12.
Wow.
And 211 is 8. So you're a baby mama of 8, including your daughter, who
including
is
my baby.
Phenomenal singer.
Thank you so much.
Girl.
Oh,
so you look beautiful to be a baby mama of 8.
Thank you.
And an 18-year-old.
Yes, 17. She definitely will be 18 in a month.
Next month.
So let's keep her 17 until she actually turns.
Right.
Yes.
Right. But out of all those albums, which one is, you could say, is the favorite that, you had the most fun making?
I would have to say Never Say Never, because it was my coming into my own project. I had the pleasure of working with LaShawn Daniels, who is no longer with us in the physical, but he has, he taught me so much. He was able to help me find my own sound, find my own wave and my own magic. And I'll just never forget that. And that was the beginning to me, doing the future albums after that.
Right.
So I love it.
That is definitely my favorite because Have You Ever is on there. Have you ever loved somebody? That was my favorite. And of course, I'm not going to ask you how much fun it was making your daughter, but it's got to be fun seeing her grow, Brandy. I mean, I can't believe 17 years have passed so fast.
It goes by so quick.
Yeah. And now she did a rendition of At Your Best.
Yes.
How did she find out about that song? Was it through Aaliyah or the Isley Brothers?
Of course, Aaliyah, but she definitely heard the Isley Brothers version as well. But Aaliyah is just such a big inspiration to me. And I was able to introduce Aaliyah to her, and we just love that song. And so she wanted to, honor her in that way, and then also put her own spin to it. And I was just so impressed with her vision for it and what she came up with. And vocally, she's just discovering so many amazing things about her voice, and just to see her develop has just been such a joy for me to watch. And I just can't wait to see more, because I really believe that she has something special, and she can really use music as a way to reach people and connect and inspire. So I'm happy with her journey.
Have you been singing during the quarantine with her? Have you all been doing a lot of fun singing and stuff?
We have a studio here at the house, so we've been, staying creative. And I'm actually mixing the new album right now, so just making sure everything is on point with that. And then also just self-reflecting and adjusting to this time, and trying to appreciate my family more, and just
definitely.
So it's just. It's been an adjustment, but we're hanging in here.
Now, your song "Sitting Up in My Room" actually made the quarantine list.
I know.
Isn't that something? That is something. I'm like, how did you feel about that? Then they had the "Sitting Up in My Room" challenge.
Yes, yes. So it's just so fitting for this time, and it's beautiful to have a timeless song that has helped people. And it was produced by Babyface and a part of such an iconic soundtrack, Waiting to Exhale, with my idol Whitney Houston on there. And it was a great time when I was able to record that with Babyface, and then to see it have a little life now is beautiful. It's beautiful to see. It feels good.
Well. Yeah, so he got some extra checks from that. Now he's doing a Mother's Day live.
Yes,
it's like Waiting to Exhale.
Yes.
Are you a part of that?
I'm going to be tuned in. We'll see what happens. I don't know what Kenny has up his sleeve, but I'm definitely going to be there supporting him.
That would be awesome to have everybody from the soundtrack to join. That would be insane.
I'll definitely be in there.
Yeah. So that's going to be on Mother's Day. You dropped Baby Mama just in time for Mother's Day. Tell me the influence behind Baby Mama?
Well, Baby Mama is, I feel like, is an anthem for all mothers. It's a celebration of motherhood, and I wanted to do a song that celebrated my unconditional love for my daughter, and just striving to just keep doing my thing and inspiring her in my actions, and getting out here doing whatever it takes to provide for her and to make life just an incredible journey for her. And I think there's so many women out there who do the same thing, that, when you're a single mom, you call it the baby mom, you don't get that kind of credit. And I just wanted to be a positive voice for, mothers in general, but especially the single moms who, that have, the more challenging times, being a single mom and raising their family. So I just want to definitely the negative connotation, the negative narrative that goes with, the baby mama stigma.
How did you choose Chance, the instigator?
The instigator.
Because he sure is an instigator.
But you know what? Chance is a family guy, and I just love what he stands for. And he's an independent artist that's really out here, making change and making waves, and opening doors for other artists that want to go the independent route. And I just thought it was a great collaboration, and he really brought it on the record. Like, he really did his thing, and he was for the baby mama, he's for the mother, he's a mother lover, and I just love that.
How did you choose the theme for the video? Because I understand it was from a Broadway play.
Yes, The Rhythm of Life with Sammy Davis Jr. And it was directed by Derek Blanks and creative directed by Frank Gatson. So Frank had this idea. He showed me the footage from it, and I was just so inspired by it. I love the colors. I love, the tambourines, how it just represent triumphant and celebration and fun, and just, I just loved it. And so we put our own spin to it, but it was definitely from the Sammy Davis Jr. Concept. It was, it married. It was great.
I think, was it Sweet Charity?
No, Rhythm of Life.
Rhythm of Life. Wow. Okay, well, I have to go back and see the video. But I will tell all the baby mamas at the end of our conversation. Matter of fact, at some point you can go to WBLS.com. Brandy is giving you some gifts for the baby mamas. 10 gifts for the baby mamas. So you can go to WBLS.com contest page. And thank you, Brandy, for doing that.
No problem.
I know you got the baby mama cheerleaders on the sidelines, but also you got the cheerleaders for the Boy Is Mine baby mamas. They want to see that versus.
I know.
Why can't we see the versus, the Brandy versus Monica?
You know what? I'm not opposed to it at all. I think, when you have this many people asking you about it, and people really want what they want. They want good music. They want to celebrate great artists. And, I don't see a problem with it at all. I think with Monica, she just wants it to be more in a celebratory type of way. And I agree more.
That's why I didn't say battle.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a battle either. I mean, you two were gifts to Whitney. And when you heard, anytime you saw either one of you mentioned to Whitney, she would just light up. So you two are gifts, and I want you to be those gifts that keep giving. Absolutely. And putting you together would just be a gift to everybody, because to hear the body of work, to two icons, because that is what you all are.
Thank you.
And I'm sure along with all your fans, you will also get fans along the way as well, because there'll be people, kids who get introduced to you just by the first know. A lot of people who heard Babyface's songs and heard it for the first time when he did the verses.
I know. I was so happy for Babyface and Teddy Riley. That was such a great, and they were celebrating each other. I heard Babyface say a few times, I wish I had, wrote that song. I wish that was one of my songs. And it's great to see it in that way, because music is so universal, and it's unfortunate that we place it in, with charts and genres, and we put, people in different boxes, and we try to put people against each other, but it's not about that. Everybody is unique and different in their own way, and it's enough room for all of us to celebrate each other and be successful, all in one community, one universal language. It's just, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So I'm hoping we'll get to see that, at this particular time. Around this time of year, I usually do a spa party to benefit survivors of domestic violence. Wow. And I know we all have gone through our trials and tribulations in relationships. So what I would like for you to do is speak into the spirit of anybody who may be dealing with that right now.
I just would like to say that you're not alone. And I want to encourage women who are going through domestic violence to just understand that you deserve to be loved. You deserve to just be supported in a positive, loving way, and just hold on and don't give up on yourself. And wow, I just pray for everybody going through something like that. I mean, that is very hard. It's very difficult to get out of, but there is a higher power watching you and is ready to bless you in all different sorts of ways when you can accept that and feel that you're worthy of that. And
and
your own acknowledgement, you know.
When are we going to be worthy of this new album?
You're so worthy.
When are we going to be worthy?
Come on, transition out into the music. You are so worthy, which is why I'm so sensitive to it. And I just want to make sure that it's right. And I feel like this album should definitely be released in 2020. I am looking forward to sharing music. It's been a long time coming. I'm in a great place, and I'm just blessed to be able to continue to do what I love. So the music is coming. The album is coming in 2020.
Will we see a duet of you and your daughter?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes. That would be such a blessing.
I'm so amped for that.
Yes. Any remakes? Are you working with anybody? Are you working with Babyface again?
I didn't get a chance to work with Babyface on this album, but I can say that this album is one of my most authentic albums to date, one of the most honest albums ever. And I got a chance to do a lot of, my own songwriting and producing. And I just felt like I let it all out on this album. Just very vulnerable, very, very honest.
And last time we talked, you talked about a biopic that you were going to play yourself in.
Yes.
How's that coming along?
I feel like I have so much more life to live. I have so much more to give. I think it might be a little too soon for a biopic for me, but it's still something that I would love to do because I feel like I have an inspiring, compelling story that I would love to tell in my own way, in my own time.
Can you at least give me 3 songs from somebody else that would have to be the soundtrack of Brandy's life?
Oh my God, that's hard to answer on the spot.
I'm almost give me 3 songs that would be of 300.
I Will Always Love You is definitely one of them. I Just Called to Say I Love You by Stevie Wonder, and Vanishing by Mariah Carey.
Wow, because I was going to ask you now. That makes it hard because I'm like, what song do you think you could do out of those 3?
Out of those 3, not nailing one of them. Not nail one of them. You see, I don't have no Brandy songs in there.
Yeah, well, no. I wanted you to pick 3 from other people, but I knew that Whitney would be in there because you so loved her and she so loved you.
Yeah.
And just like this New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut crowd here watching, they love you so much and they've held you down for so long. What do you have to say to them?
I want to say the love is, I feel the same way you guys feel. I love what I do. I love sharing, and I just appreciate the support all these years. And thank you.
Thank you for taking the time. And make sure you go to WBLS.com to the contest page so you can get, possibly you be one of the 10 lucky people to get Brandy's gift today to all of the baby mamas. Yes. Anything else you want to add to all the baby mamas?
Yes, I want them to go download this anthem that I've made, especially for them. It's everywhere on every digital platform you can imagine. And my YouTube is you can donate to single parents that are, struggling to fight for their kids, and watch the video, get inspired, and
Well, watching you, we continue to get inspired. Thank you so much for living so openly and lovingly. And bringing us this just in time for Mother's Day. Please have a happy Mother's Day. God bless you in everything that you do.
And same to you. I appreciate that.
All right, honey.
Bye-bye.
And make sure now you all are going to WBLS.com, the contest page, because Brandy has a very nice gift. It's actually $100 to get you some Puka Pure and Simple. Now, Puka I don't know how much of you know about Puka, but honey, you ever smelled anything that Puka made, honey, you would fall in love with it. Matter of fact, hey, they made my Shea Lala butter. So you'll be able to find Shea Lala butter at SiciliKiss.com. But they, corroborated with me on that. But they have so many different scents, and you'll get $100. 10 of you will get a $100 gift from Brandy. All right. In celebration of baby mama. And we were talking about a spa party that I do to benefit survivors of domestic violence. We offer massages and manicures and makeovers to women who happen to be in the shelter around Mother's Day. And we couldn't do it this year. So I wanted to still be able to speak into the spirit of these women who are who may be in that particular position right now, or at home, maybe struggling, because during this pandemic, they're saying that the incidents of domestic violence have definitely been on the rise. So I wanted to find out exactly what we can do from a quarantining standpoint to probably help women who are in need at this particular time. So I would like to bring to the room Dr. Carla Smith. She is with us now. And I want to make sure you go to WBLS.com, get those gifts, okay, as we approach Mother's Day. Let me first say Happy Mother's Day to you, Dr. Carla.
Thank you, thank you, Shayla. Thank you. I got my delivery of flowers today. They're right behind me, if you can see them. My son gave it to me. Yeah, they came in a little early. I was quite excited. They did me right this year.
I didn't get mine yet. But I've been working very closely with you and your colleagues over, I'd say, 10 years now with the Spa Party, the Urban Resource Institute. First, I want to ask, how have you been maneuvering all that's going on during this pandemic?
Well, we have been keeping very busy. As you know, Urban Resource Institute has been around since 1980. Providing services to victims of domestic violence. We are actually the largest shelter provider in the country, offering 1,200 beds on any given night for victims of domestic violence. We also serve homeless families and individuals with developmental disabilities, but DV is our largest portfolio. So we've been working hard to make sure that survivors know that our doors are open, that we still have space, and that we can accommodate them if they decide that they want to come into shelter. We also have been really intentional about making sure that our doors are open to individuals who traditionally haven't been able to access shelter. So individuals, singles. As you may know, most shelters were built to accommodate women and children only, but we recognize that it's not just moms that need shelter, it's also single women. And so we wanted to make sure, and we're very intentional in some of our more recent projects about setting aside space for singles living safely. We're the only organization in New York City and one of 3% across the country that allow victims to come into shelter with their pets so that they don't have to make the difficult decision about leaving their pet behind or actually staying in an abusive relationship because pets are part of the family.
Right.
So we've been hard at work, and our staff has been working hard to make sure that those things are still happening.
Now, are they full to capacity now? Because they make it seem like it's rising because people don't have anywhere to go.
Well, we actually are not full at this point. We still have capacity, as do other shelters and throughout the state. Now, it varies across the country. We do understand that because people have been told to stay home and to stay inside, given the pandemic, that's not always the safest thing to do, especially for victims of domestic violence who live potentially with their abusive partners. So we want to make sure that they know that we are around and that we are available to provide services to them if they do want to come in. So there is space. We recognize people don't really have the opportunity if they are sort of at home with someone who's an abusive partner to be able to reach out for help in the same way that they would if we weren't in a pandemic at this point. So it is challenging for people to reach out, but we are here, and we recognize that people are visiting websites. There's increased traffic on websites looking for assistance. So there are many different ways that people can reach out for assistance if they need it.
Now, how would they reach out? Do you have a phone number they can call right now? Maybe they can
Sure.
jot it down, or a website?
Sure. Sure, they can, and you can actually go to our website if you just happen to forget this number and didn't get a chance to write it down. Our website is urinyc.org. But you can reach out to the New York City Domestic Violence Hotline. That number is 1-800-621-HOPE. There's also a national hotline. You can either visit their website, thehotline.org, or you can call their number, 1-800-799-7233. And they also have a text option. So if you want to text them because it's not safe for you to make a phone call, you can text them at LOVE, love is, LOVEIS. That's 22522. So you can reach out to them for assistance in whatever way you can communicate, and they can answer questions. They can provide you with resources, do safety planning if necessary to make sure that you're safe if you're stuck in your home.
Now, say that again. Text love is to
22522.
22522. Text love is to 22522. Being quarantined and not being able to do the spa party, it breaks my heart. And there's a lot of people in the tri-state area that has supported the spa party. So I was thinking, from a quarantining standpoint, what could we do to help women in need?
Yeah, there's so much that people can do to support victims who are either quarantined or actually coming into shelter. As you know, people who leave an abusive relationship often do that in a hurry, and sometimes with just the clothes on their back. So when they come into shelter, we actually have to provide them with clothing, food, toiletries, items for their pets, for people who have pets. All kinds of things that they may need, over-the-counter medication, things of that nature, as well as protective equipment, so masks, gloves, with the pandemic going on at this point. So we need to do that more now than ever with the number of people who are coming into shelter. And so you can go to our website and actually make a donation so that you can support us. Again, that's urinyc.org to make a donation to our emergency fund. So that you can support that. And also, if you're in your home and you're a community member and you now see that people are starting to come outside because the governor and the mayor have released restrictions a little bit, and you notice that a particular neighbor is not coming outside, or you haven't seen someone and you're worried that potentially that person could be in an abusive relationship, go online to our website, look up safety tips, look up resources that you can then share with someone who may be in an abusive relationship and unable to communicate. Have time with them on FaceTime, do virtual check-ins with them, text messages, anything to sort of get people connected so that they have an opportunity to express that they need help. There's lots of ways that you, as a standby, a neighbor, a friend, a family member, can help someone who's in need, who's unable to sort of reach out and express that they need help at any given moment. And of course, donations. Those donations help. Masks are very hard to get. Gloves are hard to get. As you know, it's a challenging time. And so donations to help us do those things. We've had a lot of partners helping us to get masks and things for not just the women, but for children who need those masks, and for our staff who are working with people on the front line.
And if they wanted to make clothing donations?
They can make clothing donations. We typically take new clothing and clothing. Since most people in shelter, the majority of the people in shelter are children, we might need assistance with children. They can actually contact us through our website and share information about what they would like to donate to us, so that we can arrange. But usually it's new, so that we can make sure that things are clean and we can get them to the people that need them. And of course, pet supplies. We need pet supplies. We've got a lot of pets in shelter. Pets provide comfort to their family members. They help in healing. So we give them toys. We provide food. Lots of different things that we need for the victims that we're serving.
What would you suggest to someone who's watching right now who sees a situation, knows that somebody is at risk, and they would like to reach out? What would you suggest is the best way to handle that kind of situation?
I think one of the things that people should do is, and not necessarily having a background or an understanding of domestic violence, is to visit websites and get information like URI's website to get information on how to sort of handle a situation. You can also call the national hotline and tell them that you're concerned about a neighbor, you're concerned about a family member, you're concerned about a friend, and they will give you some tips on how to share information. They will give you resources. Our website has resources that you can share with people so that if they do reach out to you, you can let them know what resources are available to them. Now, you want to make sure that that's done in the safest way possible because you don't want to put someone at risk, right? But you want to be able to, FaceTime, you okay? Just let them know that you're there so that if they do have an opportunity and want to share that information with you, that you're available and you can connect them to support as quickly as possible.
Thank you so much for sharing your information with us today. Is there anything that we may have left out that you would like to share with our audience?
No, I want to give a shout out to our staff. Our staff are essential workers.
Yeah.
They're going above and beyond. They too have been impacted by this pandemic and have largely set aside the things that they're going through personally, whether those be losses, positive tests, individuals who are exposed, and they're coming to work. And they're doing a great job making sure that our victims have access to services, and working hard every single day. So they're frontline staff, just like doctors in hospitals and ambulance drivers, and they don't always get thought of that way. And so I just want to give a shout out to them because without them, we would not be able to do the work that we're doing.
Yeah, and I want to thank Mr. Kenneth McCrae for making this happen.
Yeah,
he's always making things happen. So God bless you and everybody at URI that is on the front line and helping these women. And anything that I can do to help, please just reach out. Make sure you go to urinyc.org if you'd like to help as well. Thank you, Dr. Carla.
Thanks, Sheila. Much appreciated.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. You too.
Wow. So I got another surprise for you. This young lady, she is connected through this spa party that we have around Mother's Day for the survivors of domestic violence who happen to have to be in a shelter around Mother's Day. She's been doing it with me for a couple of years. You may see her, get a glimpse of her every now and again on The View. She is the makeup artist for The View. And Karen Dupiche is going to join us in a couple of minutes. She's going to tell us about her story. And I really want you to hear her story so that you will be encouraged to tell your own, because that's the only way that maybe somehow, some way, by hearing your story, it can then be what somebody needs to get over the hump. And let me tell you something. She has told her testimony many years in a row at the spa party, and every single time you don't see a dry eye in the place. She is such a spark of everything. I mean, a little bit of everything. And when you feel her energy, you see her in a couple of minutes, you will know exactly what I'm talking about as far as spark and energy. But hopefully you've taken your spark and your energy to WBLS.com and you have gone to the contest page and you've registered to win one of 10 $100 gift cards to Puka Pure and Simple. And when you go to Puka Pure and Simple, maybe you can pick up some Shea Lala butter. Like I said, they have partnered with me to bring that to the forefront, and God bless them for that. So what I want to do right now is I want to jam out with you all, because I had planned to do this before Brandy got here, but she got here. She was so on time, honey. But I want to play some of our favorites from Brandy. How about this one? Are you familiar with this particular song now, honey? This is why I want for them to come together and do a versus. I mean, if you have a baby mama or an anthem of any kind for women, you definitely want to use that same kind of premise to bring women together to do a Brandy versus Monica versus.
Excuse me, can I please talk to you for a minute? Sure, you look kind of familiar. Yeah, you do too.
Let's jam. I see you, Danita.
Somebody named, you know his name.
Now we're going to be able to play the whole song, okay? Just going to jam out for a little while until Karen gets here. Come on, y'all. I hear y'all. Louder, I can't hear you. I see you, Miss Jackson. This is your favorite. The boy is mine. I'm sorry that you seem to be confused. Even close to me. The boy is mine. All right. Wait, let's just hear a little bit of Brandy. Hook is amazing. I know that, Danielle. I'm glad you know, girl. Tell the world. All right. Here we go. What about this one? I think this was like the first album. Was this on Brandy? Yeah, when we were first introduced to her. Baby was on there and a couple of other good ones. But like she said, Never Say Never was definitely one of my favorites. And we're going to get to hear a little bit of that. I see you, Miss Hodges. You love this song too? Come on with it, Brandy. Now I'm just giving you some time to go to WBLS.com and register to win a $100 gift card to Puka. Sing with me. Sounding good. Make a move. Y'all want to hear me sing? Because then somebody will give me a recording contract. Then I'm going to have to leave radio. Nah, y'all don't want that to happen. Like something could be going on. All right, how about this? Oh. I've been there, y'all. Have you ever? You can't sleep at night, ladies. Have you ever tried? Woo! The words don't come out right. Have you ever, ladies? Have you ever, fellas? Have you ever? Come on, Brandy. Sing it, girl. Have you ever been in love? Been in love so bad you do anything. Oh, y'all sound so good. To make them understand. Yes, girl. Have you ever had someone stay hard away? You get anything. We should have did a lip sync battle. To make them feel the same. We gotta know the words though. All right, we gotta do this one before we get to Karen. I know you're up in your room. Sitting up in my room challenge. I'm gonna need to hear y'all sing. And I think she is gonna be doing something with Babyface on Sunday. She's doing an IG Live, Waiting to Exhale edition. And of course, that's where this particular song comes from, the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. Come on, Uniquely Janice, I see you. Yes, hon. Yes. Remember we used to have the parties with the cassette tape and you just let it play or somebody had to hold it up because it wasn't loud enough? Hey! Hey! Yes! I feel. Come on, Brandy. What? See, your day comes. Tell them what you're going to do, girl. Hey! Ow. Hey! I think I want my girl Karen to come on in the room and jam with us. Hey! Sitting up in my room. Hey! You sitting up in your room, girl? With your Emmys?
Yes!
We were just jamming, girl, to Brandy. Because she was kind enough to give us 10 gift cards for Mother's Day to spread to the world, to the girls, to the baby mamas. But we know that you are a mama in so many other senses of the word. You got nieces and nephews. And yes. But you also have given birth to such a beautiful spirit. And I wanted to share your spirit with everybody before we end this Listen Live on Facebook. I first wanted you to tell everybody your story and speak into the spirit of women who right now might not be feeling too good about where they are during this pandemic.
my story in regards to I missed the question. I'm sorry.
No, with the spa party, usually we get to pamper women in need.
Yes.
So every year you bring your glam squad and they transform these women. And
yes.
I wanted you to speak to everyone and tell them exactly where you might have been low in your life and how you pulled yourself up through by the bootstraps and made it to the View as an Emmy Award winning makeup artist.
Where I was low in my life. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, I've been blessed to say I've been low in my life. It's kind of hard. Well, when someone passes in my life to someone that I'm really close to and someone that I love so much, that totally breaks me down. But that's it pretty much. I mean, I've had a grateful life. Thank God to my family and God in my life. So I've just been fortunate.
Everybody has those trying times, those times that you feel like you want to give up because maybe it's not working out quite the way that you want it to. But because you didn't give up, you got to where you are today. And I just wanted you to share a little bit of your story, of your journey to where you are today.
Okay, absolutely. Well, I've been in the industry for over 2 decades. And I started, I initially wanted to become a nurse. And eventually, you start to get a summer gig. And then I ended up just falling into the cosmetic department in a department store, fell in love with it. And I thought I wanted to try it, but I did not know that there was a passion. And I did it. I met some amazing folks. What was tough about it was my family's from Haiti, and my mother, you have to either be a doctor, attorney.
Tell me about it.
She did not accept anything. So when I said I wanted to become a makeup artist, and I was 1 year from graduating from college, she could not believe it. She was like, "What are you talking about?" So I knew at that point I needed to prove to her and prove to myself that that I was going to be this makeup artist. But I've always known and felt in my heart that I wanted to be a well-known, successful makeup artist, to where I've done television, film, videos, and all of the above. And then, within 16 years later, I got nominated. I won an Emmy, and then I won 3 or 4 Emmys after that. And then I'm blessed and healthy, so that's it.
Yeah. You know what? And you do a phenomenal job at coming to the spa party and transforming these women. Can you share with everybody what you see from the time you start working with them to the time they walk out of the spa party?
Well, let's talk about last year. Do you remember last year was the Emmys, and then I flew in overnight.
Yes.
I went to the show, came back just in time. My team was ready. When I walk in, and when you meet these women, they're very timid. They're very quiet. They're very sheltered. They're not saying much. And my team, everyone has an amazing personality, and I'm coming in all bubbly because I want to uplift their spirit. By the time we get done with these makeovers, when I mean the confident level, because makeup gives you this confident boost. And they're walking out the chair, they're modeling, they're smiling. They just feel good. Although, we apply makeup on the outside, but it's the confident level that, we just want that soul to be happy and to feel good. And then at least it's a day that, it's a day of beauty, these women are emotionally and physically broken.
Yeah.
And to put a lash on them and a lipstick, it's amazing.
And then they leave you and go to the photo shoot. And then when you see them, they're like the next Naomi Campbell.
They're so half of the time you can't get them off of the photo shoot.
Right.
Because they're like, I need another one and another one and another one.
Yeah. And that's what you need to instill during this time of the year, because nobody wants to be in a shelter around Mother's Day. Also, I want you to talk about some of the wonderful faces that you've done over there at the View, because every time I turn around, if you follow her at Karen Dupice, you'll get to see all the beautiful faces that she gets. Some of the celebrities. Well, I know you're a regular for Whoopi Goldberg. That is your.
Well, there's a team of us, but yes, I do Whoopi, and there's another makeup artist that does her well, Rebecca. But however, let's start. Let's see. Well, Denzel wasn't there. I've done from politicians to musicians, 50 Cent, Ice Cube. I mean, have you named them all? I was expecting.
Have you gotten to do Michelle Obama?
Excuse me?
Have you gotten to?
Amazing. Yes. Politicians. It just goes on and on. I'm so sorry, but I wasn't prepared. It's hard to. It's just. I'm having a brain freeze. I'm sorry.
I know. I felt the same way. Somebody had asked me one time, what one of my favorite songs came from Michael Jackson, and I had a brain freeze. And I'm like, I'm the biggest Michael Jackson fan ever. But I know you've worked with some phenomenal people. I know we're having some kind of your puppy is
my
working.
dog. I'm sorry. There's so
that's what it was. I'm like, what? Huh? Hello.
I'm trying to get them treats before this interview, but unfortunately, they must hear something. But I mean, it's from Whoopi to Sherry to Sonny. You know, those are my main. From the men 50. I mean, oh my gosh, LL Cool J. I mean. My website says it all. I'm just having a break.
Yeah. But, you know, that's the wonderful thing. What I wanted people to see today was your energy, because you are a true prime example of passion, finding your purpose through your passion. And you are passionate about what you do. And I just wanted people to see that energy so that they can maybe ignite a fire in somebody else to do. Because once you find your passion, you can definitely find your purpose. And that's what you've done, Karen, in every sense of the word.
And I love what I do. I love it. I love to make people feel good. I love to make people smile. It just brings joy to my heart. You know, I just love it all.
Yeah.
Just love it.
Same here. You know, being able to do the Sisterly Kiss on a daily basis for 30 years. That was my passion, just to speak into somebody's spirit. If I can say one thing per day that ignites a fire in someone to keep moving or to get over that hump, then my job is done. So, yeah. That's why I love to have you around, because you keep that spark lit in me, just being around your light. Look at that. There was something that just lit up in the back of you right over there. You know, it's a glow that you have. And I know that, were you nominated again this year? Or did the nominations come out yet?
There was no nominations. We all submitted. And due to the Corona madness, no nominations, nothing. So there's nothing. Okay. Nothing. And to be honest, around this time would have been the show, because you remember it was a two weekends before the Friday. And so nothing's going on.
I know you do these tutorials, so tell everybody about tutorials. You've got something coming up on IG Live soon too.
I'm doing something with IG Live. I'm going to be doing something on Friday with a podcast, this wedding podcast about, the wedding industry and what's missing, and, all the clients and what's not happening right now, and how is it affecting the business? Because it is, in this industry with what I do, we're hands-on and we're in people's faces all the time. That's so right. Now with the social distancing situation, I'm wondering, like, well, how do I, apply the makeup dearly while working? I mean, I do wear a mask and, I wear my gloves, but who knows, there's a lot of cancellations. So, I have that set up. I have another IG that's I've set up for next week as well with one of my clients, Sherry Shepherd. We're doing something on Tuesday. So it's going to be great.
How will I see it? On yours or Sherry's?
Yeah, you're probably going to see it on Sherry's, because I'm not that good with this technology. But yeah,
Neither am I.
We're doing it Tuesday. It's going to be great. It's the topic will be makeup, men, and God. So it's going to be good.
Oh, and when is that? You said Tuesday?
We're doing it Tuesday, yes. And I think we're going to do it like at 7 p.m. Eastern time, but I will definitely post on my social media outlet.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, follow her at Karen Dupeach. Anything else you want to say to your fans? Because I see they've been commenting. Karen fell in love with makeup from day one. The first job ignited that firecracker. Thank you, Shanae Jones. So you got a lot of fans. So talk to them. Tell them how much you love them.
Follow your heart. Whatever God has for you, has for you.
That's
Always
right.
remember, no one could never take that away from you. I mean, I've had many times where people say that you wasn't important, that you wasn't that good of an artist. But as long as you know yourself, as long as you know your craft, and as long as you know that there's only one you in your life, then you're good. No one could never take that away. And be confident when you walk in. Just know you own the room and you own those brushes and that lipstick and lip liner.
There you go. Well, I'm hoping that you have gone to WBLS.com and definitely registered to win that $100 gift card. Karen, I love you.
I love you.
With Baby Mama from Brandy, and we will definitely give 10 baby mamas a $100 gift from Brandy. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. God bless you.
God bless you.
Stay safe, Karen. Stay safe, everybody. Mwah.
You can do it quite like I can do it. I'm just here to share the light, yeah. Cause it gon' be alright. Baby mama, I ain't with the drama, not that baby mama. King's opinion on you, I'm a baby mama. Baby mama. Baby mama, oh, looking at a single mama. This song ain't just for me, it's for every mama, you know. Every day I pray this for my little mama. I'm every woman, the baby mama. Only hit me when you need some, pretending like you need somebody. I guess you didn't see.